and welcome to Cooking with Kids Fresh Egg Pasta. So this is a very simple recipe with only 2 ingredients. You will need 3 large eggs and 2 cups of flour. You will also need a food processor to help you with this. So what you're going to do is put your 2 cups of flour into the bowl, food processor. And you are going to let some air in it. So you will need to do pulse for just a few seconds on and off. After that, you will need to add the 3 eggs that you have cracked. So you might want to take off the whole top to put this in because they can be all over the place. Next, you are going to you are going to keep it on and make it stay like that for 30 seconds. After your 30 seconds, if your dough looks like a little pebbly, then you're going to want to add a little bit more water, half a teaspoon of water to it. And if it is too dry, too wet, you're just going to keep on adding tablespoons until it is rounded up into a ball. Tablespoons of flour until it is rounded up into a ball. So when it is good, it will look like a bowl. You can, a circle-ish, kind of. So then you're going to, put your ball of dough onto a flat surface. Be careful of the razor sharp knife. And you are going to push and flatten it for 1 to 2 minutes. And when you're done that, you're going to cover it with plastic wrap to leave up to 15 minutes, 15 to 2 hours. See you next time on Cooking with Kids. Be tuned for episode 2 for part 2 of Fresh Egg Pasta. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Kids part 2 of Egg Noodles. So last time in part 1, what we were working on is making our dough and letting it rest, not in the refrigerator, but just for 15 minutes up to 2 hours. So after you do that, you are going to cut your dough up into sixth pieces. And you are going to take them out and make them kind of like a disc. It doesn't matter what shape it is, but you're just going to have it be a disc. After that, you're going to turn on this
mixer.
Noodle maker. You're going to turn on the noodle maker, and you are going to put it on one first and put it through the slot. Make sure you have your hand under it to help it support. You're going to run it through one a few times before you turn it on to 2. When you're doing it for 1, it's really just flattening it out and making it smooth. So after you do that, you're going to move it to 2, and you're going to do that. When you move it up a number, it gets thinner. So it goes up to 8. I'm not sure if others go up to 9 or anything, but you can do it all the way up to make it really thin. I'm doing it at 7 because 7 is a good number, I guess. It's not too thin.
Why don't you tell people about keeping your fingers away from the machine for safety?
Yeah, make sure that your fingers do not get in the machine. Because if you've seen Indiana Jones, that dude who gets smushed, that would be like this, except with your fingers.
So really, keep your fingers
Fingers!
down.
Watch your fingers. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, last one.
That's safety first, most important.
Yep, you should be guiding it in with over your wrist on your back hand. Not with your fingers. Yep, just like that.
So what are you looking for to tell you that the pasta is done?
Too close.
So, when you know your pasta is done, you're going to want to see, you're going to have to see the outline of your finger. So I can see mine. And when one is done, you're going to put it all the way back to 1. And you're going to want to put it under a wet cloth to let it sit there so you can chop it up later.
So it doesn't dry out.
Yeah, so it doesn't dry.
And what tools do we use to cut?
When you're going to cut,
Should we show what we've already done?
yes.
Alright, come on over.
So, when you're going to cut them, you can use small knives like these. You can use even a pizza cutter. Even a pizza cutter would do fine. Probably one of the easiest tools because you can just roll it around. So, what you would do is you would take your thing and you would take your noodle and you would just put it down on a cutting board or a clean counter or anything that is like a flat surface and clean. And you would just take it and cut into thin strips like these.
Alright. So I think that's the end of step 2.
Bye! See you later for step 3 with egg noodles. So I just got my water boiling and added a tablespoon of salt. So now you're going to pretty fast and carefully put your spaghetti in the bowl.
The pot.
In the thing with the boiling water.
The pot.
The pot.
Words are hard.
And depending on how thick your noodles are, it's probably going to take you about 8 to 10 minutes to do them.
Why don't you grab a wooden spoon there, Noah, and give them a good stir.
So yeah, you're gonna want to stir them from time to time, like you would your regular, like fairy noodles,
Angel
or
hair noodles?
angel hair, yeah, or you like just spaghetti,
So they don't stick together, right?
yeah. And so
All right.
after this, we'll be back. Bye. So, hello to the final part of our egg noodles video. So, as you can see, we have plated our noodles with olive oil, pepper, and some Parmesan cheese. We have also plated it with a little bit of asparagus and salmon. You can do whatever you want. If not, nothing, and just have these. But
Let's see the first bite. Noah's first noodles. Good?
Are they?
yummy, and they're long.
You can cut them shorter if you want.
Yeah, you can.
All right, that's a wrap.
Bye bye.
See you back from the episode of 5 of Cooking with Kids.
Nice, Leo.